Hey everybody, and welcome back to the homestead. I'm Jacob from Sustainably Yours, and today we're going to spend a little bit of time doing one of my least favorite things on the homestead, making repairs. I hate fixing stuff. It seems like a waste of time. I have so many things that I want to do, like to get started. And here I find myself fixing things that have already been done. Because of that, I tend to put those projects off and they kind of build up. And so I have several tasks I need to get finished with today. That's what we're going to be working on. Right now though, we're going to feed the chickens. There you go. You don't have to throw it that far. Okay. Careful with it. Don't hurt the wings. Here, put it down. She's gonna flap and hit you in the face with her wings. They're pretty gentle, aren't they? The big ones are pretty gentle.
I'm not sure the big one. I'm afraid of that big one because he scratched me.
Yeah, he got after you, didn't he? I was bragging on him. I was bragging on him in the last video. Talking about how gentle he had been. He was a good boy.
But then he turned out to scratch me on the wrist right here.
Did he get you right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm eventually afraid. What is it called?
Afraid?
Eventually. And now I'm eventually afraid of that one because he scratched me.
I don't think you're using that word correctly.
What is it?
Eventually means something finally happens.
Well, eventually
That was gross.
Eventually he did that.
This dude right here, is a little bit of a bully. Here, just let him eat, okay? We've got some work to do. Ready?
Yeah.
So this morning when we came out to let the chickens out, chickens were already out. Door was closed, but chickens were out. As a matter of fact, they were out in the pasture because my door, I'll kind of lock it closed with these little C-clamps here. I just kind of loop it around the wire there and it keeps everything shut. But at night though, when they're all locked up, I don't bother to lock this door. So somehow they found a way to escape sometime early this morning and the door was open, so they found their way out. And I think we figured out how they escaped. Somehow one of the window panes, when we came out, it was laying about like this. I don't know how in the world all of those chickens would have escaped through this little window without knocking the window pane all the way to the ground and breaking it, but this is the only thing I can come up with. It must have come out here. So I've got to get this fixed. This is task number 1 on the day. Don't break it. So I think the fix is just going to be a little bit of silicone, and I'm going to go ahead and get around the rest of these windows because, oh, that's kind of getting crumbly too. Yeah. Alright then. I don't care. I'm not even going to clean it. It ain't got to be pretty. It's just got to work. Okay, like I said, it's not a pretty job, but I think it's gonna work. I just kind of gobbed it on there. The more, hopefully no, that is called silicone.
Glue?
Not exactly, it's more of a sealant.
Like, then why does it look like glue?
I don't know, that's just what it looks like. Yeah, I try to just gob it all in there and make a good connection between the glass and the wood, and yeah. Because I don't care about what it looks like. Ain't nobody gonna be back here. Well, homestead helper, are you ready for the next job?
Yes.
All right.
Get the eggs.
Oh, we do need to get the eggs, don't we? We haven't gotten the eggs yet. Let's go. Next up, we have the front door to the chicken coop. This has been messed up for a while. Pull the lock, and notice, I don't know if I can get this good on video, but it's got a, when I pull the lock mechanism and start to open the door, falls because my hinge has come out of the door over here. So that needs fixed. These hinges are barely hanging in there, it looks like. The bottom looks pretty good, so. This is something that's bothered me for a while, but it still works. It's just a little bit more hassle to get everything, to get the door open and closed, so I just really haven't messed with it. But today's the day. Well, I thought that, oh no, you're eating, aren't you? You can't do that. I thought you were just being broody. So that's not good, is it? Somebody help me out here. What's going on? Is this hen broody and sitting on her eggs? Or is she just in there after a meal? In that case, it's not good. I have found one other egg that was, it looked like it had been opened up. So I guess options. She's being broody and she accidentally cracked the egg, moving them around, and now she's just taking advantage and eating it. Or she's just in there for a meal. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Let's get that out of there. I figure if she had been broody, I wouldn't have run her out that easily. Okay, so I went ahead and put her outside. If she is going broody, she's not doing a very good job. These are cool to the touch for the most part. So, this one is warm. Maybe she just laid, although this is a small egg. I don't know. I don't know. This one has yolk all over it. I guess we can wash it. All right then. Okay, you ready to pick some? You ready to gather some eggs? What? You're pointing. Oh. What'd you say? Did you touch it? So what'd you do?
I touched it.
What happened?
Did that.
What?
It came out.
Yeah. Why'd you mess with it?
At first I was doing this and it didn't come out.
Okay, well I need you to stand here and keep this door closed while I fix it again, okay? Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm probably gonna have to put some more silicone there.
The glue's not dry.
Well, duh!
So you can stick it back.
No, but I'm gonna have to put more because it's not glue. It just kind of seals. Okay, so I think we got the window fixed. You ready to get your eggs now? All right. Hey, quit messing with my stuff. All right, get you some eggs.
If I can get this little one.
I don't know why they like to lay under there all the time. You want me to get it? Can you reach it?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Here you go. This one is small.
That's a pretty small one, isn't it? That's not much bigger than the guinea eggs, huh? Interesting. I bet you this one belongs to one of the silkies. As soon as our big eggs in the incubator get finished, we're gonna have to collect a bunch of these and just hatch out the little baby silkies, huh?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
I really never seen the silkies. I don't know which one is a silkie.
You know the big ones? Those are not silkies. You know all of the rest of them? They're all silkies.
Baby ones are all silky.
Well, they're not babies. Silkies are just smaller chickens.
So they won't grow up any bigger?
No, not really.
Only the hen?
No, none of them. That's about as big as they'll get.
So you mean that little hen that's the same thing as that big chicken won't grow up?
It is grown up. They just don't get as big.
Oh. Can I hold the baby chickens once we get them hatched?
Probably.
Probably not that these are babies.
No.
What?
That one has the yolk on it because that one chicken, that one hen in there was eating one of the eggs. She better stop that or we have to get rid of her.
Which one?
I don't know. They all look the same. But if I keep seeing it happen, we're going to have chicken for dinner. This is 2 days worth of eggs right here. 2 days worth of eggs from those chickens. We're going to
show them the cool one.
Yeah. Wait. Be careful.
Ew, yolk.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
What, can I wipe it on this?
No, it's okay. Here.
This is the cool one.
Yeah. What's cool about it?
The cool thing about this egg is that it has white polka dots and it has brown coloring.
Mm-hmm. Feel those polka dots. Are they kind of bumpy?
Kind of bumpy.
Yeah. I think that's like extra calcium or something that the chicken deposited on the egg.
I wonder if this was from one of the silkies too, or I don't know what these are.
I don't know. It's very pointy, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's take these in. We'll get them cleaned up and weighed up for the shed wars. Man, nothing can be easy. So it's the plate that attaches to the door that's messed up. And I can't get to it. Can't get to it with a screwdriver, even if I were to open the door all the way, because I would have to come through this board. So I'm gonna have to take the door off, attach the hinge to the door, and then reattach the hinge on the other side to the barn. But the problem with that is when I installed this fence, the way I anchored it to the shed, to the coop, so I screwed in a 2x4 here, and then I anchored the fence into the 2x4. So to get the door removed, first I'm gonna have to pull this strip of metal, which means I'm gonna have to pull this board. And at this point, I'm wondering if it's even worth trying to fix the door. But I know if I don't, eventually it's just gonna fall off, and I mean, so I guess we'll try it. Hassle. Okay, now we're in. So I'm gonna have to remove the door. I'm gonna have to pull these hinges, and then we can work on the door side and then reattach everything. Hopefully this wood is gonna be solid enough to reattach the hinges to. And of course the battery dies on my drill. So I'm gonna have to go in and charge this. I guess we'll be working on something else while this charges, because goodness knows there's plenty of stuff that needs done. So while the battery's charging, I think I'm gonna change the shear bolt out on my mower. I learned an important lesson the other day. I was mowing and I turned the PTO off for a second, and I didn't think about it. I turned the PTO back on, going the full 2400 RPMs or whatever, and I guess it was too much torque, too fast, because sheared that shear bolt. So let that be a lesson to me. Let's see, I've not done this before, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's where the shear bolt was. Surely not, because I pulled the rest of the bolt out of there. Let's turn this thing, see if we can find where the bolt goes. I mean, that looks like it would be it. It just looks like the... So unless I'm mistaken, it looks like the bolt sheared in there? Sheared off in there? Yeah, you can see it a little better there. See where that bolt sheared. Huh. Now how do I get it out of there? Huh. I think I found the trick. You just gotta hit it. There it went. Huzzah! I was afraid to do that right off the bat because I wasn't sure if there was any thread. I don't know how it looks in there. I think it's smooth bore inside of the where the pin goes or the bolt goes, and I think the threaded part is just for the other side to put a nut onto it. So I was afraid there would be some thread in there and maybe thread inside, and I would mess things up, but I don't know. That's what I ended up doing right there. Now for the new bolt. This is a 1/2 inch by, I think it's 3.5 inch length. Let's see how this works. Okay. Alrighty, make sure this lock washer locks into place. This would be easier if I had somebody holding the camera for me. We're about there. There we are, new shear bolt installed. That was a little easier than I'd kind of anticipated it being. Let's turn this thing on and make sure it runs. There we go. Now I need to go grab that battery and get back to the chicken coop. Well, surprisingly, that bottom hinge was gone too off of the door. So the whole door was hinging on that middle spot right there. So yeah, I guess I hope that's solid enough to take some more screws. We're just gonna put these back where they go and then try and match it back up over here and just reattach everything the way it was. And then we gotta put this stupid thing back. Blah. Look at these little pill bugs climbing up the door from this compost that it's sitting on. Did you know that these things are actually like little crustaceans? As a matter of fact, they're edible. They say, I haven't tried this, I might one day, but they say you can boil these things and they actually have kind of a shrimp flavor to them because they are kind of kin to a shrimp. Little pill bugs. Survival food. Now when we were in here here earlier, there was the one hen that was in the nesting box, but I took her out. I put her outside and I closed the door. Where did this one come from? Window's still intact. So is there another way they're getting out? Show me your magic trick. But I'm positive she wasn't in here. I'll have to go back and rewatch the video, see if she was hiding somewhere. But like, we gathered the eggs and everything. How did you get in here? Look at that, she came in to lay an egg. we just gathered them from there. What do you have to say about all that, huh? Say hi to the camera. Now to replace all the stuff I had to tear apart to fix the door. Well, that took a lot longer than it should have. I had a lot of difficulty finding the right spot where I could get my screws to bite into something on this when I placed this board back. It gave me a lot of trouble. But we got it. I think everything's good to go. The door's gonna work. The ground is a little high here, so I'm just gonna spend some time kind of digging this away. I want to move some of this compost off to the side, and eventually I need to move it to a spot where we're gonna have a big compost pile. But yeah, I'm kind of just gonna move some of this dirt out of the way so that door opens a little more freely. Okay, so we got it. Finally. Took forever. A lot longer than it should have. But everything is swinging open smoothly as it should. We've got a nice cleared out bottom for now. That'll probably build up pretty quickly as these leaves fall out the door every time I open it. That's okay, because it will become tomorrow's compost. Now, you would think that would be it to the end of the day. However, there's one more repair that needs to be made today. It's the one that I thought was going to be the most difficult, so I saved it for last. So let's go take a look at that one. All right, here we go. Last project of the day. This is where the old garden, part of the old garden was last year. And it has been a mud hole for weeks now. And at first, I mean, we were getting lots of rain, so I kind of was hoping that it was just because of the rain. But everything else is kind of dried up, but this is still here, and it's running out. There's a spot in the pasture, and it's gonna kind of go on out that way. So now I've got to troubleshoot this and try and figure out where all of the water is coming from. I have a pretty good suspicion it's coming from somewhere in this area, right here. This little hydrant, let's see, it's turned off. But, and I don't know if the camera is gonna pick this up. I don't know if you can hear the hissing sound, but even though this thing is turned off, there's still some water coming from somewhere. So this thing is leaking somewhere, probably underground. I'm thinking maybe where the pipe plugs into the faucet. So let's dig this up. See if we can't find the leak. Yeah, you can see where, right here, this is where the water is seeping up. So yeah, it's coming up right here, somewhere in this area. I'm gonna have to dig down and get to it. I'm gonna turn the camera off and just get this done. Let you know when I find it. Yeah, we're there. Right where the pipe's gonna go into the hydrant there. I'm to the pipe, I felt it. I've just gotta get rid of some of this water. Probably gonna have to turn the water off so I can see what's going on down there, so. But right now, dinner's being cooked in the house, dishes are being washed, water's being used, so I'm not gonna be able to turn it off. I'm gonna try and get back out here after dark when everything settles down. I'll bring a flashlight and try and get in there and see what I'm gonna need to pick up at the hardware store. Hopefully you've enjoyed this day filled with repairs. It's a bunch of stuff that I've been meaning to do for who knows how long, and I just put it off and put it off. Let it build up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just do things as you find them. fix problems as you see them, because they're only gonna get worse. And then you have to deal with them all at once. So, if you've enjoyed watching it, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Leave us a thoughtful comment, and if you're interested in following along as we continue to try and turn our home into a homestead, then be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily, sustainable living.